each time you buy a proxy from a proxy provider, you are trusting the proxy provider with all your activities, all the activities you do online, your IP, website you visit, and everything. Imagine this middleman is malicious. They are going to log in, they are going to get the log of all the sites you visit, your main IP address. They can even perform a local DNS poisoning on this server, on the proxy server, before it reaches the main server. So instead, we are going to be creating our own private proxy, which you can be able to control on our own. So instead of relying on other providers proxies. So, and also you can create your proxy, and even I'm not telling you to sell, but you can sell. So it's also a business. So I'm going to be installing Squid on this server. Now you have to create a server. Now I bought a server located in, I don't know yet, I'm going to check it later. We are going to use our proxy to check it. So on this server, make sure you have port 80, 443 and 3128, because Squid uses port 3128. We are making a simple HTTP proxy. So firstly, you are going to update your Ubuntu. So next, we are going to be installing Squid. I have Squid installed already, so but I'm just going to type the command http install Squid. Then I'm also going to install Apache 2. I need Apache 2, Apache 2, then Apache 2 utils, then yes to all. So I have it already, so yours is going to take longer. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to create a user. Now that means, let's say the username. So if you want to log, if you have used proxy before, it's going to ask for username and password. That means a paid proxy. So I'm going to use htpassword to create the password, PHTPASSWD, and create it. The location should be in the etc Squid PSSWD. Then you are going to give you are going to create a username. So my username is WillyCurity. So now it's going to ask me for the password of this WillyCurity. I'm also going to name it WillyCurity. So telling me to retype it. Okay, so it has added a user to our WillyCurity, and we have created a password for our proxy. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to be configuring the Squid. So I'm going to first create a backup for the normal configuration file. So let me just cp then etc squid.conf, okay, etc to etc Squid, go create it to Squid, then to squid.conf at to backup. So okay, I've created the backup of it. Now I'm going to configure. Now we are going to configure the main file, the main configuration file of Squid. So I'm going to edit it. Squid.conf. Okay, now we have this. I'm just going to clear everything here. I'm going to just, okay, no, instead of clearing everything, let me just okay, I'm just going to create a space here, so it should be above this. So I'm going to write a configuration file. Now I'm going to do authentication configuration for our Squid first. So let me name it so it will be very easy for us. If there is an error, we'll be able to debug it. Configuration. So the next thing we are going to do, I'm going to type in the command. Now I'm going to be using Alt, then params, basic program. I'm going to test Squid to locate my password file. So that's why I'm writing this. User should be in the library and Squid. Then to the etc, there's Squid. That's where our password is being located. Then PSSWD. So now the next thing we are going to do, we have created this for authentication to locate the password. Telling Squid to locate where our password, say alt param basic program. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to create the number of processes. So I'm going to also do this normal hot, then params, no, I'm not giving parameter, meta basic. Okay, the children 5. Now, why I'm putting these children at 5 is the number of processes it can run simultaneously. Now, you know, this is for just me, I'm the only one using this. Now, imagine you are using this for like 10 people, for like 20 users. Now imagine you want to log in simultaneously. It's going to be very slow because they have to queue one by one. So it's just like you having like 5. Now I'm having like 5 security guard. So in case let's say at once I want to many computers want to authenticate at once, these processes can be able to authenticate at once, like 5 people want to get at once. But if you are doing it for a lot of people, you can put 10, 20 so at once, so it won't be very slow. So the next thing we are doing is we are going to telling Squid to make sure authentication is required. Credentials TTL. I think this process is going to make this video very long. So instead, let me pause this video and I explain the code for you, so you can be able to pause it and write it for the config. Alright, I'll be able to write the whole code. So I've explained this importance of the children, so 5. Then this one is for authentication. Then this one is for how long do you want the credential to be cached? So for 2 hours. Then do you want it to be case sensitive? So I put it as off, but if you want it to be case sensitive, then I put it as on. Then also the access control is for authenticated users. The AC authentication proxy required, yes. Then also this code will allow only authenticated users to connect to your proxy. Then HTTP access deny all. So that's all. So you can pause the video and copy that and move on. So I'm going to save this, then Control S, then Control X. Control S. Okay, good. So now the next thing we are going to do, we are going to check if there's any error. So we are going to do we are going to check for syntax error, and then in case there's a syntax error in the configuration file of Squid. So I'm going to just type my sudo squid, then kparse. Okay, I think it's giving me positive results. All right, it's positive. So now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be restarting my Squid. So I'm going to just type my sudo systemctl, then restart Squid. Restart Squid. It's going to take a while to restart. You are going to run system restart Squid, and you are going to also enable it back. So I'm going to also enable the Squid. Enable Squid. I'm going to just change this to enable. Enable Squid. Okay, good. Now we want to connect to our proxy. Now you can remember my username is Willicurity, my password is Willicurity. Then you have your server name. You can see it here. Your server IP address. So the server public IP address, I mean. So I'm going to put in the proxy in my settings. You on your Windows, you can just search proxy and be able to connect it. So I'm going to click on manual. So now, yeah, the HTTP proxy is the IP address is 54.158.3.3.236. Then the ports, our port was 3128. So 3128. So I can also add to this HTTPS, even though there is no HTTPS proxy, but you might not add in your Windows. But I'm just going to add mine. If you're having an HTTPS proxy, you can make Squid also have HTTPS, but it takes a long process. So, but I can do the video later, but not now. So I'm going to I can change it to, it's still also 3128. Then I click on save. So now I'm going to go to my Chrome. I'm going to come here. Let me see if Chrome is going to detect it, or I have to restart my Chrome. Okay, coming. I have to restart my Chrome, or if I don't get the IP address, Chrome. This is saved already. 3128. Okay. Okay, now you can see we have our proxy. You can see it here. So the username is Willicurity. Then password is also Willicurity. So I click on sign in. Now, never. So I can also check my location. You can see my location is going to change. Going to war.net to just use it to check my location. My ISP is quite slow. All right, so you can see I went to war.net. So you can see my IXP. I'm currently in Ashburn, United States, and WAR did not even detect I have a proxy. So then the score is nice. Sorry, the score is 90%. So that's how to create your private proxy. So you can be able to use your private proxy, connect to your phones, connect to your system, and be able to use it securely. You are having your own data. You're having everything by yourself. All your logs, everything will be logged into this particular server. Then also, if you want to create a new user, you can also add it. You can add user just by typing sudo ht password again. Then you can type etc then Squid, then PSSWD, then you can type another username. Yeah, you can type another username. Then I can type a username like Williams. Then I press enter. So it's going to tell me to create a new password for Williams also. Sorry. Then also Williams. I didn't type it well. I'm going to just start it again. Creating a user. Then Williams. Then Williams. Okay, now you can see I have a new user, Williams. So you can see it here. So that's it for that. You can create more users as you like, so you'll be able to use same proxy. So that's it. So take care of your data, take care of your online presence, and also stay safe. So subscribe for more.